We are going to look at how to solve a system of equations using the elimination method. When using the elimination method, you either add or subtract two equations together, and in that step, a variable will be eliminated. So to get us started with that thought process, if we were to look at 4x and 4x, how would we make that equal 0? In other words, be eliminated. I would subtract the two numbers together. So 4x minus 4x, goodbye, would equal 0. 4 and 4 were the same numbers, so therefore we're going to subtract to make them equal 0. Negative 5y, negative 5y, those are again same numbers, so to make it equal 0, I'm going to subtract them. Negative 5y minus, goodbye, that equals 0. Negative 6z and a positive 6z, these are opposites, meaning they're the same number, but one is negative and one is positive. So if these are opposites, to make them equal 0, what we end up doing is adding them together, they cancel, and that equals 0. So when we have numbers that are opposite, to make that equal 0, we add together. So what this looks like when we have a system of equations, where here we have 4x and 4x, what we did up here, they were the same numbers, so to make that equal 0 or to be eliminated, we subtract. So what you end up doing is you subtract your two equations together. Now in order for this to happen, you have to have your x's lined up with x's, y's lined up with y's, equals, and then your constants up in line. So subtracting the second equation, every part from the first equation. So 4x minus 4x eliminates, and that gives us 0. 10y minus 5y equals 5y equals 20 minus 5 is 15. And now I just have an equation. 5y equals 15. I can solve for y by dividing both sides by 5. And we get that y equals 3. A solution to a system is an ordered pair, xy, that makes both equations true. So right now I have the y value of my answer, but I don't have the x. So now, to get the x value, you would take y equals 3, and you can plug it into either equation wherever you see a y. Whatever one looks more convenient. So if I take the second equation, 4x plus 5y equals 5, now we can solve for x. So 4x plus 15 equals 5. Subtract the 15 over to the other side. 4x equals negative 10, and then divide both sides by 4. X equals negative 2.5. And then we can include that in our ordered pair. So negative 2.5, 3. Now you can always check your answers, and to check your answer, you just plug your x coordinate in for x and your y in for y in your original equation. So if I were to check my first equation, 4 times negative 2.5 plus 10 times 3, does that equal 20? So I can just plug all of this in my calculator, and I will see, yes, that equals 20. Then you check it in the second equation, 4 times negative 2.5 plus 5 times 3. Does that equal 5? That's what the second equation was. So plug all of this in your calculator, and you end up getting that it equals 5. So it works in both equations, which means the ordered pair negative 2.53 is the solution to the system.